In this video, you will learn exactly what happens to your body if you fall into a volcano, step by step, second by second. Imagine standing at the edge of an active volcanic crater. Below you, a glowing lake of molten rock stretches out like a scene from another world. The heat rising from the surface hits your face like opening an oven door, except this oven is running at over 1,200 degrees Celsius. The air shimmers, the ground trembles beneath your feet, and one wrong step could send you on the most terrifying journey imaginable. So, what actually happens if you slip and fall in? Let's find out. First, let's talk about what you're actually falling into. Lava is not like water. Many people imagine sinking into it like a swimming pool, slowly disappearing beneath the glowing surface. But here's the thing. Molten rock is 3 times denser than the human body. That means you wouldn't sink at all. You would land on the surface, almost like falling onto an extremely hot, slow-moving solid. Think of it less like diving into a lake and more like landing on a scorching hot trampoline made of melted stone. And that landing, it would not be gentle. If you fell from the crater rim, you could be dropping anywhere from 30 to over 200 meters. At that height, hitting the surface of a lava lake would be similar to hitting concrete. The impact alone would be catastrophic for the human body. Your journey would likely end right there in less than 1 second. But let's say you somehow survived the fall. Let's say you were gently lowered onto the surface from just a meter above. What happens next? Within the first second of contact, something remarkable occurs. The moisture in your body, and humans are roughly 60% water, begins to react violently with the extreme heat. The lava's surface temperature sits between 700 and 1,200 degrees Celsius, depending on the type of volcano. Your skin would make contact, and almost instantly, a phenomenon called the Leidenfrost effect kicks in. A thin layer of steam forms between you and the molten rock, briefly creating a cushion of vapor. You will last only a few seconds in this state. Now we head to the 5-second mark. The Leidenfrost effect fades quickly. The radiant heat alone is enough to cause severe thermal damage to every exposed surface of the body. Your clothing would ignite almost immediately. Synthetic fabrics would melt. The gases surrounding you are toxic, filled with sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide. If you somehow manage to take a breath, your lungs would be overwhelmed by superheated air, effectively ceasing to function within moments. The temperature inside your body rises relentlessly, approaching critical levels faster than you can imagine. And what awaits us at the 10-second mark? By now, the organic material of the body begins to combust. The human body, rich in carbon compounds and water, essentially undergoes rapid decomposition through extreme heat. Scientists compare this process to what happens inside a cremation chamber, except a volcano operates at even higher temperatures. Your fate depends on the type of lava beneath you. If you fell into a basaltic lava flow, like those found in Hawaii, the lava is relatively fluid and incredibly hot, reaching up to 1,200 degrees. On thicker, slower-moving silicic lava, like those at Mount St. Helens, the surface is cooler but stickier, meaning you would remain on top longer while the heat does its work. If you fell into a Hawaiian volcano, you will encounter the most fluid lava on Earth. The surface glows bright orange, and the heat radiates outward for dozens of meters. You would combust rapidly, and within approximately 30 seconds, most organic material would be completely consumed. Fortunately, your skeleton is made of calcium phosphate, which requires significantly higher temperatures to fully break down. Your bones would persist for several minutes, slowly darkening and calcifying on the surface before eventually being swallowed by the slow-moving flow. Next stop, the aftermath. Here's something fascinating. In 2002, a researcher at a volcano in Ethiopia actually witnessed what happens when a large organic mass contacts a lava lake. A bag of camp trash was thrown in, and instead of sinking quietly, the lava erupted in a small but violent explosion. The moisture inside the trash instantly vaporized, creating a steam explosion that sent chunks of molten rock flying into the air. This means if a human body made contact with a lava lake, the water content in your tissues could trigger a similar phreatic explosion. The lava would splash outward, creating a brief but dangerous eruption of molten material. So, ironically, falling into a volcano doesn't just affect you. It affects everyone standing nearby. Now let's put this into perspective. The entire process, from contact to complete consumption of organic material, would take roughly 2 to 5 minutes, depending on conditions. Compared to the cosmic timescale of the volcano itself, which may have been active for hundreds of thousands of years, your presence would be less than a blink of an eye. The volcano wouldn't even notice. So, could you ever survive falling into a volcano? The short answer is no. Even with the most advanced heat-resistant suit ever created, current technology can only protect a human up to about 1,100 degrees Celsius for a limited time. And that's standing near lava, not on it. No suit currently exists that could withstand direct, prolonged contact with molten rock while also protecting against toxic gases, radiant heat, and the sheer mechanical force of the impact. First, you would need to survive the fall. Then you would need to resist temperatures beyond any material we can wear. And finally, you would need to somehow breathe in an atmosphere with almost no oxygen. Each challenge alone is nearly impossible. Together, they are absolutely insurmountable. So the next time you see a volcano in a movie and someone casually walks across lava, remember, reality is far less forgiving. Volcanoes are among the most powerful and beautiful forces on our planet, best admired from a very safe distance. If you found this video fascinating, drop a like and let me know in the comments which natural phenomenon should we explore next. A black hole, the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the center of a hurricane. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you in the next one.